Right, folks, welcome to a special Bru Time. This is what I was expecting from the word go before the C word got involved and we had to socially distance. We are socially distancing here, as you can see. We got Richy Vida, we got Mr. Fish. We're doing the little big adventure. So we thought,
No, the big little adventure.
The big little adventure.
Amateur start.
Check out my channel, check out Rich's channel, check out John's channel. Links all down below. You'll see the playlist for the big little adventure there. Right, folks, we only had time. This is short notice, this. We're actually getting picked up at 1:45, so we are just over an hour to batter through this. So this is hopefully going to be the quickest podcast in Bru Time history. Thank you very much to everyone over on Patreon for submitting your questions. We only had a chance to go to Patreon for this, so thanks very much for your question, folks. As usual, Slange, pleasure to see you boys.
Right back at you.
I'm on the water, folks. I ended up in hospital last week. If you don't know, I've got pancreatitis. I've been told no booze, nothing, no fun whatsoever. So we're on water.
Attention seeker.
I got some there cream. Right, first question.
There.
Dave Hemmings. To all three of you, it's your last ride. Where would you go and why? And what bike would you take? The GS is exempt.
Last ride.
Yeah.
The way it's going at the moment, Super Cup, just after today, and if today was the last ride, they're going to see this on Richie's channel, but if today was the last ride, that'll do me.
It's been a hoot, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been
This is going to be a
today.
boring answer to that, but I'm going to completely say what Fisher just said.
Genuinely?
Yep, it'll be the Cub, because I have had so much fun, genuinely, so much fun on that bike today. And the route's been fantastic. We've giggled from start to finish. And if that's the last ride and that's the way you're going to go out, that's the way I want to go out.
And we did nearly a few times today.
Breaks.
Yeah, Bruce nearly ended it a few times today.
I've loved today, absolutely loved it. But for me, last ride ever, on the last bike I'm ever going to ride, the Gen 3 Super Duke R. I'm going out in flames.
That is in flames.
Going out instant.
Absolutely. Cheers, Dave. Thanks for that one. Right, next one. Darren Cresswell. We are whacking through these, baby. Darren Cresswell. If Dickie Vegas, beautiful. Top man, Darren.
Stop it.
If Dickie Vegas doesn't sleep in for this one, if you don't sleep in for this one, because you never turned up at the last podcast, did you?
I actually did sleep. I was putting my baby to bed and I fell asleep with her.
What have you guys got planned for the winter months for your channels, as it looks like a vanishing to Toro might not happen? Yeah, you're right there. I think the way things are, everything's pretty much focused on homegrown entertainment, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
UK based. This winter, we can't really focus, you can't really plan too far ahead.
Nope.
So I've got a few things planned into October. I'm off to the Canaries, hopefully second week in October, with Canary Moto Tours taking 5 folk, well actually 3 now, 2 have had their flights cancelled. And that's me. And then I've got a plan to do a little bit of a camping trip on either the Africa Twin if I get it again, because I've not had a chance to ride it, or the big tractor, one or the other. I'll do a bit of a week camping somewhere. What about you, John?
No plans for winter. I don't have plans for next week. I only planned this 3
You don't
days,
do plans,
3
do you?
days ago. I don't do plans on my channel. See what happens. I go with the flow.
That's it. That's it. Though we didn't have plans for this. We loosely planned it,
like-
but then it's kind of like
sketched.
Even the
wasn't
night
it?
before, we don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Yeah.
So you can't, and it is disheartening. But you really can't plan too far ahead because of what's going on. Because we've all had things cancelled.
Yeah.
Everyone's had holidays cancelled. It's just a nightmare. Obviously, we've got to do what we've got to do, but I'm not wasting any time planning something, setting my heart on something, for then, the powers that be to say, actually, no, you're not.
Absolutely.
So, we're just doing it like on the fly. And today it's kind of been on the fly. And it's been brilliant. So, when you're not... If we'd have planned it too much, I don't think we'd have had this much fun at all.
Yeah, just winging it.
Yeah.
We still got, 2 days, 3 days to go?
Yeah.
And we haven't planned anything
No.
yet.
Keep
I don't
it
think
that way,
we've
just
even
go.
planned the route. It's just like we got an A and a B,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
whatever happens in the middle, happens in the middle.
Yeah.
Folks, I do apologise if it's getting really dark here. We've got all the lights we possibly can on in here, but it's still really dark, so I'll do my best with magic in post.
It's
to try
very romantic.
yeah, we'll be holding hands soon. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Tony Hannon. Hi guys, I think I have a Pete-like question for you all. Oh God. If you died suddenly and God gave you one person to say goodbye to, who would that be? Wow.
I mean, seriously.
Wow.
Why do we always die in these questions?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You got
Death features
one
in this.
last. If
I
you
think
die tomorrow,
I think they've seen the way I ride.
basically, if I could say goodbye to any one person, it'd probably be the person I hit with my car just before. No, I don't know. It'd have to. I couldn't pick because there's too many people in my. Well, there's three major, obviously, in my family.
Yeah,
We'll have to take one
Yeah.
as one collective as your family. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be family.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Be my missus and leave her to say goodbye to everyone else for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nicky. Right, Barra. Oh, he's just saying, looking forward to seeing this. Hope you've enjoyed it then, Barra. Chris Murphy, have you had a drag race yet? If so, who gets the fastest 125? It's Fish.
It's me.
You two have both got exactly the same.
Bizarrely, the exact same bike, exact same year.
But
You've
mine's
got a
just-
screen on it.
I've got a
you've
screen on my back
box.
box and more
20
weight.
stone.
I'm
It's
not
very
that
weird.
much.
18
18 stone.
18 stone.
18 stone, but I've got a little thing up my sleeve.
All right, yeah.
You got a NOS pack or something.
I'm
haven't
a professional rider on professional circuits. It's all about reaction time, like MotoGP.
Bugger off.
But it's got no clutch, so you have to do that with your foot. Just make.
I've got them in the bins.
Marquez.
Yeah, definitely the Cub. The Cub's got way more poke.
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
Way more
on the,
poke.
on the off take.
which I did
definitely.
not expect,
No.
to be honest.
I think Sinus has got more. I think it maybe just revs higher.
Yeah.
But
Just got a
definitely-
pull at the end,
Yeah.
that's it,
Yeah.
definitely.
Low down. Got to pull it. I get about 44 miles an hour out of it.
Yeah. But yeah, drag race, definitely.
Yeah,
It's definitely me.
you've
I'm
won that.
street outlaws on this one.
It's infuriating. Not that I'm competitive.
You can't be.
Pete Pete, as you are in 125cc machines, I'm sure you've had the opportunity to have a bit of a play, well, maybe a little bit. Who out of the three of you provides the best slipstream?
Bruce.
It's definitely me.
Bruce. I mean, even the caravans were overtaking us. Bruce was causing the slipstream.
I'm like one of those Nimrod fueling planes that everyone comes up.
Nimrod. Oh, Bruce. Oh, you mean Nimrod?
Nimrod Bruce.
I've been called a lot worse. Pete also asks, if you could change one part on the bike you're on, what would it be? Brakes. Absolutely.
Oh,
I have a brake, and it's not great.
I've been panicking the whole day every time I braked to see where you were.
Yeah, you have to leave room, don't you? Just in
Yeah.
case he can't stop and comes past you.
You'll hear in episode 2 of the Big Little Adventure is the one Rich is going to be doing from today, and all you're going to hear in the car door is either him or me going brakes, 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 brakes.
I don't know. I really don't think I'd want to change anything.
I'd just make the seat a bit more comfortable.
I've not
But
felt
that's about
any
it.
discomfort, really.
But I probably.
I've just been.
We
I've just been
looked
excited
today,
the whole
and
day.
I've
So
done in the last 2 days. I've done 500. I think we're about 360 miles now, or around about.
Yeah, we
So,
are. Yeah,
so I would change it for maybe put a lazy boy on there.
I've never ridden a Cub. I've never had an inclination to ride the Cub. But I've got to say, seeing you two on them, it's like I really fancy
You're
it.
going to have a go.
genuinely
You're going to have a
fell
go.
It
You're going to have a
looks
go
great
before.
fun.
I genuinely fell for it. It's brought back memories of being a kid, as I was saying to you both earlier,
Yeah.
from growing up on them. And it's just amazing, genuinely amazing bike.
Yeah.
That's the reason they sold 100 million of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not just us saying that, folks. It's genuinely been an utter
Yeah.
giggle.
Well, I bought one, so
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's my own bike.
Yeah. Right, Roger White. What would be the one thing you would like to do that the other two each, or so the other two people, have done, and why?
don't say my wife.
So glad I'm not drinking, because that. Sorry, Mrs. Teapot. Cool. That the other two have done.
I'd like to witness the state of our country through your eyes. You've seen some of the
No, you don't.
just to witness it, just to see.
You don't.
Well, that's I'd like to see just for a glimpse of what you've seen and had to put up with on the bad side of our beautiful world.
I wouldn't advise
Even
it.
if it's only brief, just to be able to go, oh my God,
Yeah.
that actually does happen.
It would make you appreciate what you have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. But it does taint your.
I'm sure.
As what? So here we go. I'm bringing it up. My trip. I'm so glad I did that because it really did reaffirm my faith in people.
Yeah.
That I think I'd lost a little bit.
Yeah, because
through
of
work.
your job, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What about us, Deep?
Your trip,
Okay.
and your Well Bad Weekender.
Yeah.
Watching that video, I'd like to have done something like that.
Well, you've
I haven't
got-
got the skill, the bottle, or the basically the drive to do it. Either, I suppose. So yeah, Bruce, the trip, Richie, the organisation for a weekender, like a
You've
good
got to come to it
spanking
next year.
party. I'll be there. I'll be
It
there.
is a crack.
I'll be
it's
there.
I
such a
remember
good-
the end of.
I'll do security.
Yeah, no one's going to bother you, are they? I remember the end of, I think it was the first day. Yeah, so I'd been on stage with the band all night, and then afterwards I had to catch up with the drinking.
Did you sing?
And, yeah,
You mentioned it.
Yeah. And you'd been obviously necking it all night.
I've been quality assuring the bar. Yeah.
And I remember
Making
just,
sure none of it was poisoned.
chatting to you, and we were both propping bar up like
It's like 3 o'clock.
no
in the
idea what we're
morning.
talking about.
God, that the other two have done. I wish I had. I'm going to blow smoke up your arse. I wish I had your creative flair, both for photography and cinematography, but also music. I wish I'd stuck at my music, but I still don't think I've got the. Well, I know I don't. I'd love to have the creative ability you've got. Absolutely.
But I mean, that 500 Miles song you brought out was great.
Thanks very much.
I love that folded out in real time on our podcast that we did back in March. Was it March we did
March,
ours?
I think,
Straight
yeah.
after lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or
During,
a couple of
yeah.
weeks, yeah.
It's about episode 2 or 3, I think you were on. Yeah.
That was fantastic. And you just broke into song. I'm like, I'm not missing this opportunity. I think you said.
fell down behind you.
I think you said, thinking, he's obviously not going to know this song.
Yeah.
Well, if you can play 500 Miles, I'll sing it. No problem.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. I was like, oh shit, I've got to do it now.
And you were like, anytime, Bruce. I was like, nah.
So what are we saying? Are we committing that to Well Bad Weekender, Bruce singing 500 Miles?
Yes.
I think
Mate,
we're
if,
on
I,
the drums.
if I have enough booze, I'll sing.
I'm not
anything you
committing to
like.
drums, but you can commit to the 500 miles.
If I'm singing, you're playing. Right, nice one, Roger.
Skipped me.
Oh crap! Yeah. Sheesh. What have you-
Nothing. All right, skip. Move.
That you've done. Well, I like.
This
I
is
like.
an awkward pause.
No, I like your the couple of trips you did in the
You
States.
placed the scene about your wife. That's what he's trying to get out of
I'm
his mind.
desperately trying not to mention Mrs. Fish because I've never even met Mrs. Fish. Just desperately promise I've never met Mrs. Fish. I'm desperately trying to think of something else. Your trips that you did to the States where you met up with a lot of the other vloggers, I think that's a brilliant idea.
And
that's
massive ones as well. Weren't they?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
really big.
Some
something
big-
I would
some
love
big
to
boys.
do. Various places around the world is just meet up with other sort of YouTubey types.
One of the guys commented on when I was doing. it was on Instagram. Shade Tree Surgeon. He's sort of have a good trip sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, he can
Mega.
have a blow. Yeah, he's a nice
Because I mean
guy.
they're massive in our
Yeah.
sort of YouTubey
Our
world.
circles.
Yeah. Right, next one, Stephen Gibbons. To all of you, out of all of the bikes you've ridden, what has been the best that you couldn't live without, and what has been the worst that you will never touch in a million years? I still think the best road bike I've tried with is between two now. It's between the Super Duke R and that Speed Triple RS, but the Super Duke gets it for the grunt and the grin and the sort of bad boy attitude.
That's just pure grunt, pure
Love it. Love it.
aggression.
Because you can ride that. You can ride the new Super Duke R placidly and just trundle, and it'll do it comfortably. But then, if you want to have a bit of fun,
Yeah.
then there's an utter maniac waiting for
Yeah.
you, and I love that.
I think I'm going to still stand by my Super Duke GT
Yeah.
because that's more to me. Don't get me wrong, they're both equally fantastic bikes, but the GT's more. The R's more of a hooligan zip round here for the day.
Yeah.
The GT go off on tour. Obviously, you can tour on the R, but the GT is more kitted for it. You know, you got panniers and little bits and bobs. You know, definitely the GT. I think that is one hell of a bike.
It is. Yeah.
But I think I'd scare myself if I had it, because I'd not scare myself, but I would be an idiot. I'd be turned instant idiot.
The KTM's, everyone says it, but the KTM's definitely bring out your inner hooligan.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Well, it's ready to race, isn't it?
Yeah.
Literally.
It's the dealer network. That's what lets it down for me in the UK. Is some dealers are great, others are
You do hear a
horrendous.
lot of not the manufacturer, but the dealers.
Yeah.
People having a really
Yeah.
shit time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that.
But it is a great bike.
What's that bike you can't live without?
Yeah.
That's not your own.
Yeah.
I'm going to go left field and go Goldwing.
Yeah.
Simply because it shocked me beyond belief.
Not ridden the
of
Goldwing yet.
how versatile it is for literally a battleship.
Yeah.
We'll try and get that.
Yeah,
Now
if you can get on one.
Get the twin gone.
Yeah.
Get the Goldwing.
You're going to be shocked.
I can't.
You're gonna
I'm
be shocked.
dying to ride it.
I remember years ago.
Literally, it's like what I said. It's like the lazy boy with a rocket.
Yeah, it is. I remember years ago riding, you know, with my lads kind of thing, and there was a guy on the Goldwing, probably I don't know 5 years ago, and everyone was saying, "Jesus, he's not hanging around on that Goldwing." I'm thinking he's got to be a really tasty rider.
Yeah.
Because to be able to fling that massive thing around like that, you've got to know what you're doing. So fast forward a few years, I had the one off Honda, and again straight away I was like, "Oh my god, this is one hell of a machine." And again, you can spank it everywhere, and it's just like that. It's like
does
a
nothing.
Bentley.
Yeah,
I would say it's like a
just-
Bentley on two wheels. It's just so
pure
refined.
power and so
Yeah.
it's a bit like the GS because all the weight in that flat six is at the bottom of the engine.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's got a real low centre of gravity, and it's
Yeah,
like you come up to a bend. First time you ride it, you think, "I'm never going to get around this," and it just goes around. You think,
As smooth
"How did
and as
that? How did that happen?"
Wow.
And it's just amazing.
Well, yeah, one hell of a machine. I'll
Yeah.
stand by that. That's why when we did the Wildman weekend last year, I had that. Every single junction we pulled up to, I made a point of nailing it off the junction, and then nearly every single time I did it, the next junction, the person behind me came up to me going, "Oh my god, I can't believe that bike's that
It's
quick."
deceptively quick,
Yeah.
isn't it? It really is
You
deceptively
just think it's a
quick.
big, silly, like daft boat, but no, absolutely
And what
not.
was the other part of the question?
Next bit.
Worst.
What's been the worst that you'll never touch again in a million years? Worst bike.
I know mine.
Go on.
It was one I owned, and this is going to shock a lot of people. SV650.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first version, the bubble sort of like curvy fairing. Didn't get on with it. Found it absolutely awful, uncomfortable. It might just be the one I had. The front felt like I was going to tuck on every single bend. I thought it was the tyres. Changed the tyres. No.
Yeah.
Still felt like I was going to tuck. Had no confidence on that whatsoever.
I can't think of one for me.
I can't. I'm trying to think. What's the worst?
The truth is, really, there's no
There's no bad
bad bikes, is there?
Not these days. No.
Nah.
I had a. People are going to be amazed at this. It was a GS, but it was a rental GS that I had once to do that Morocco trip nightmare that you can't find on YouTube anymore. That rental bike was an utter crock. Oh my God. I don't know what they'd done to that bike, but it had a hard life. And that was a pig. But I can't think.
Oh no, that I've got a competitor for that. Then that rental I was speaking to
Oh,
you
yeah.
earlier,
The
a Harley Electra Glide.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I get so much hate on YouTube for that video. It's the
Well, I mean,
most
you did-
ugly.
You did
was-
put it into neutral at traffic lights. I mean, come on, who does that?
It was coffee and cream coloured, I think it was. It was just the colour was awful. The bike was awful. I was meant to ride the canyons over in America. Everything just went against it, and I slated this bike. And it's probably still the most hate I get from people. I get some vicious comments on that one. And you know what's always people that make vicious comments? Your mum.
It's all engagement. It's all engagement.
That's it.
Stephen Gebby's asked something. Also to Bruce, did you ride the 125 all the way up there? If so, how long did it take and how comfortable was it? Yeah, Fish and I both rode our bikes up yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
202 miles.
Yeah, it's just over the 200 miles.
So, yeah, not including our own mileage from home to Rikers. It was fine. I was glad to get here.
Yeah. I had to learn to walk again when I
Yeah.
got here, but
It was peeing down with rain yesterday.
did
so-
it quite easily, actually.
It's a nice little route, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Kalimoto took us on
Yeah,
a...
only a few times we've gone on a
Beautiful
scary, fast 70-mile-an-hour A road with a few lorries, but
Yeah, that was a
the
bit
lorries
of a-
actually become your friends then
Yeah,
because
tucking behind
you
them.
tuck in behind them, slipstream them, and they can only do 60 anyway,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
I think it's been surprising on those little 125s, the Cubs and the Sinus that I'm on, and I had the Sinus Terrain before. The 125s, they do it.
Yeah,
They
absolutely
they
fine.
they do it. It's fine.
It's all about mindset.
It
That's
is.
all it is.
It's absolutely brilliant. I've loved.
It's like you've got to
Riding,
decide,
but
do you want a
you don't
fast
need anything
adventure
else.
or do you want a chilled adventure?
Yeah.
You get to see more on a slow bike. You really do.
Eyes one. We've got Bronson here.
Oh no.
So Jolene and Darren Edwards, Cobra Builder. Bronson, he's well known.
Charles.
He's well known in
Charles,
Dickie
yeah.
Vegas.
How's he got a message on there?
It's got context.
And geez, Bronson, you got about 18 names here. Daz. As Dickie knows, beautiful, I love you
Stop
already.
it.
As Dickie knows, we all act brave in front of a crowd in respect of our beloved other halves. What is the biggest thing you guys have got away with or flirted with the full story for a quiet life? Let's read that again. So we all act brave in front of a crowd in respect of our beloved other halves. What's the biggest thing you guys have got away with or flirted with for the full story for a quiet life? Or flirted, okay. What's the biggest things you guys have got away with?
I'm not understanding where this is going.
I know, yeah. As Dickie knows, we
I mean,
all act
it
brave
sounds like have
in
we
front of a
bullshitted our
crowd.
wives
I think what he means there
and
is
have we got
respect
away
of our
with it?
beloved other halves. What is the biggest thing you guys have got away with or flirted with the full story for a quiet life?
I tell you what, I'm going to turn this one straight back to Bronson because that's a ridiculous question. But the reason he's asked that is because he is the bravest person in the world when it comes to when he's got a little crowd like we're out with Wild Bad Lads, whatever.
Yeah.
He's so brave in front of Jolene. The things he says to her.
Oh, right. Oh, I
And we're
know
all-
what
we're all-
I
he
get
says,
I get it now.
We did,
I get it
we did
now.
one the other day, like a couple
Right,
of years
got it.
ago. We're in Wales, and Jolene was having a sit on the Africa Twin that I'd borrowed,
Yeah.
and Daz were taking a photo, or someone taking a photo, and Jolene said, "Oh, don't get me bum in it," and Daz just said, "Joe, I could be facing the other way and get your bum in it."
Oh, right, yeah. No, I'm not that brave.
And he's honestly, he says things like this all the time. He's poking, pushing all the time. And we always say, I guarantee, the second we all go and you go into your hotel room, Jolene will shut the door and go,
Yeah, and now you're in trouble. Yeah, we need,
he's like,
we need a word.
that's why you don't see me for a few weeks at a time, because I'm healing.
No,
So
I get
anyway,
it now.
love you both, obviously.
Yeah, I get it now.
I understand.
I mean,
That's you.
but I don't really. I'm not that brave.
Yeah,
I'd rather take on Mike Tyson than my missus.
my missus would beat me up in front
She
of
wears
people anyway.
she simply wears the trousers in my cap. That's it. I'm a bit here now. I'll say second fiddle, but I got my other daughter still lives at home. I'm third fiddle in my house. I'm just glad I haven't got any pets.
You know your place.
Yeah, doormat.
Yeah. I'm the same. Just what I am in front of the missus and not in front of the missus. It is what it is. Johnny Hatkinson. 2 questions. Can you ask Richie what happened to Egon?
Who?
Don't know.
Where's Egon?
We were searching for him all
No
day.
idea. No idea. No, he's
gone.
just a busy lad. He's got in fact, we've just recorded a trip that will be out soon up in the Lake District and Yorkshire Dales. Me, Gaz, and Egon. He's just got a job that works funny shifts, so he doesn't have time to be filming anymore. Really.
Fair enough.
And that's not like a temporary thing; it's a full-time thing. So, whenever we do get him, it's good, but it's not going to be very often at all anymore. So.
That's a shame. Second question, Bruce. Have you told him you rode around the world?
Have you? He hasn't mentioned it. Has he mentioned
Next
it to you,
question.
Rich?
I don't want to know about this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Rode around the world. It's easy. Anyone can do it.
What did you do it on?
It's easy.
GS.
Oh,
Ray Holohan.
XR.
During the current pandemic, some of us are glad, lucky to have our motorcycle. Right, I'll need to read through this and reword it. Sorry, Ray.
It's your nose.
No, it's just the way it's written. Sorry, Ray. During the current pandemic, some of us are glad or lucky to have our motorcycle to commute to work on rather than taking public transport. To all three, taking into account practicality, reliability and affordability, and it's got to be below 10 grand, what motorcycle, new or second hand, would be your choice and why to commute daily on?
Easy.
For this discussion,
Easiest question in the world.
the commute is less than 60 minutes, equal mixture of time on motorway, A roads and in heavy city traffic.
Mine's just changed.
Say that again, that last bit.
It's less than 60 minutes and it's equal time on motorway, A roads and heavy city traffic.
Oh yeah, that's changed it.
Yeah. But it's just a commute,
up
though,
until
isn't
that
it?
bit, I was going to say Super Cub without question.
Yeah, I was going to say Supercup, then motorway. And it's
Yeah.
like, that's that out there.
So just so I'm clear on this, can you or can't you ride the Super Cub 125
yes.
on a motorway?
You can't with L plates, but you can if you've got a full licence.
Right. So you can.
I think now it's even changed. I think the law now, even with I need to double check.
But I think you have to have an instructor with you, don't you?
Not on a bike, because the motorway is now the motorway never used to be part of the test.
Oh, okay. But now it is.
Now I think the motorway is part of the test. I think.
Yeah.
I should know that.
Don't just go out there and do it on our say-so.
Double check.
Going
Because
back,
we're idiots.
If it's a commute and you can use it on a motorway, I would say Super Cub. Definitely.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. Honestly, Super Cub. I absolutely love it. And to fill it up, it's like £3.50.
It's
From
nuts.
empty to full.
And you get like 100 miles out of it. Yeah.
I think I'd go different. If it wasn't motorway, I'd go Supercup every time. But if it's not, just to commute and somebody that does everything, is another Honda that I used to own, the CB500X.
Oh, there's a lot of that one as well.
I just think it's a great all-rounder. And again, cheap to run about 90 miles to the gallon or something ridiculous.
I'm gonna flank you
I know
here.
what you're going to say.
Electric.
Yep.
Yeah. Genuinely, I'd go electric. As long as you can, less than an hour, as long as you can charge once you're at work,
Yeah.
electric.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. That's a good call.
It is so much
call.
fun. Like the little 125s, try one and see.
Yeah.
Brilliant fun.
Quickest 125 ever.
Quickest thing ever on two wheels. All right, here's Jolene now. That's his other half. Hey Bruce, are you trying to beat 44 teeth with this idea, or is it a test run for next year's trip to the Nürburgring on those beauties? I am trying to drag these two to the Nürburgring. He won't come. Well, you'll come, but you won't go in the ring, will you?
Yeah, I will. I will do it.
You don't say that often. I won't go in the ring.
Genuinely, I'm just probably a bit of a wuss. I'm just worried about someone going around the ring that's got no talent, thinking they've got the talent. We see this all the
just
time.
wiping you out.
And wiping me out. That's the only thing I'd be worried
that's
about.
the thing that would scare me.
I think I spend too much time looking in my mirrors to be able to relax and enjoy it.
Someone in like 600 brake horsepower Audi,
Yeah.
and I'm doing 42 miles an hour on a cub flat out.
Yeah, there's no way you'd be able to keep out the way.
Oh, we're going to do
is
it. We said we can do it on 125.
Is that even?
I
Can you do that on there?
Apparently
I
so.
want to do Nürburgring on the
People have done
Super Cup. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to.
But you'd have to.
I think we'd have to close the circuit for
You'd
at
have
least
to
2 hours so I
permanently-
can get round.
You'd have to permanently be off the racing line.
Yeah.
Everywhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
don't know.
You'd be constantly
I've got
looking
some
at mirrors.
skills.
It'd be dangerous,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
on the Cub, definitely.
Yeah,
Still want to do it.
it'd be suicidal. But they'll have to pay, surely,
gotta
because
go
they
at some
rear-end you.
Jeez, you folks might not actually be able to see us because I'm struggling to see you
It's
two
getting
now.
dark,
It's
yeah.
getting really dark. Right.
Yeah, but the main thing's the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
And
the audio will be fine.
We have
hopefully.
got faces for radio, so it's fine.
I will do my best to sort of lighten everything in post for the
mood.
Next one, Paul Benson. Looking forward to this one, lads. So my question, would you be prepared to get done by Z and his pal, Pulp Fiction, in order to keep on motorcycling?
Is this
or would you give it all up?
Yeah, I'd
This
give
is
it up.
this is
I'd give it up.
Scream, baby, scream.
yeah.
like a pig.
No, I'm walking. I'm getting a bus.
Wow. Sheesh.
I mean, I love motorcycles and that, but
Would you take it in a run in order to keep riding?
but I just can't buy a car.
Would anyone know about it?
and live in, yeah, but you live constantly then like, oh, I'd love to ride again. Love
But
to
the thing
ride
is, you won't be able to ride the bike after that, would you? Really?
not straight after.
No, not straight after.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
Blimey. Would anyone know about it? if no one's ever going to know except Zed,
You're thinking about this.
well, to give up riding forever and ever and ever.
Or
Scream like a pig for a minute or two.
If you're lucky.
was this part of your initiation? Have you already done this?
I didn't go to public school. Oh, blimey, Paul. That is a warped question, man.
Excuse me 1 second.
I think we know the answer. Bruce is not giving up motorcycles.
Can't give up riding. Like bikes.
I don't know. No, I don't think I could do it. I think I'll just buy a Can-Am.
Suck it
I'll
and
buy a
see.
Can-Am. I'll go down that,
Can-Am?
I'll go down that route.
Well, that's an option.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
So therefore,
And what's Zed going to do anyway? What's he going to do?
Zed's dead.
Yeah, Zed will be dead.
Ah, the world's largest glasses of wine.
Like a thimble.
We might as well have a sherry in there.
Right, Rich.
Sherry glass.
Over to you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll do it. No question.
Again.
Love that. Dicky Vegas. Yeah, no problem.
I've seen loads of those.
Dicky Vegas, Dicky Anus.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, I'll pick,
why did you have
I'll pick you guys up in the van then.
Dicky Anus.
Dicky Anus.
The new one. I think there's t-shirts there.
Dickie Anus is too scared of going around the ring.
Oh man.
Oh,
You've
awesome.
already started something here,
I think a
haven't
new
you?
thing's just been born. Dicky Anus. Sean Jones. How you doing, Sean? Oh, I don't get this one. Bon Scott or Brian Johnson? What's that?
Who's Bon
Whoa, whoa,
Scott?
whoa.
Oh, Brian Johnson. That's is that AC/DC?
He is there. He's caught up.
Who's Bon Scott then? Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know
you're
either of
gonna
them. I don't know either of them.
Serious?
Seriously?
You're going to get so much hate for that
Sorry,
question.
I got Brian Johnson.
I'm too
Been to see
young.
him.
So AC/DC, singer of
too young,
AC/DC.
aren't I?
Bon Scott is the original
Okay.
and best. I'm probably going to get hate now. I prefer Brian Johnson. I do.
What, an AC/DC?
Yeah,
He was
as
the
the
original
singer.
Ah.
Bon Scott was the
Oh, okay.
original singer,
Oh, okay.
and everyone's always Bon Scott's the man. Obviously, he was fantastic,
Yeah.
but it's what you prefer, isn't it? I prefer Brian Johnson, and you know.
Okay.
But
fair,
anyway,
that's
so
fair.
yeah, but to say who is Bon Scott, you're going to.
I don't
Sorry.
know either of them. So.
Sorry.
Anyway,
My missus loves all that sort of music, and my brother-in-law as well. He's well into all that. We've been to concerts and all sorts. But yeah, she's probably screaming at the screen as we speak.
how dare you?
I know. That's it. We're
She's finally,
divorced.
I'm going to say she's filling out the forms now.
Paul Benson. He's already given us a question. Give it all up. What? Oh, would you give it all up?
Oh,
Was that-
I thought it was
is
just
that a
a
question or a statement?
Yeah, just give it up, Bruce.
Not enough.
We've had enough. Shut it down and move on.
Oh yeah, he spelled something wrong in the original question. So let's clarify it.
That sounds like most of the comments on my videos.
Yeah.
Give it up.
Steve Wright, have you got the pink polite jacket of shame with you, and who would have been the candidate? I forgot it.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I still have it. It's somewhere in my garage. The vest of shame. Love it.
Who would have had it?
Who would have got it today?
Bruce.
Why? Who? You'd have got it for faffing today. You've won the faff today.
Today.
Yeah. I won it
But
yesterday.
as we established earlier,
I've got time
Fish
in lieu.
is still in. Yeah,
I've got time in lieu.
still
I've got about an hour and
I
45
would have
minutes
worn-
in lieu.
I would have worn it today because of what happened. What happened yesterday? We're at Rikers waiting. John and I were at Rikers yesterday morning waiting to leave, and I put my bike against my bag against the Sinus, walked away to go and get something off my helmet, and the Sinus just fell over in the car park.
let's clarify that bag is the weight of a
Yeah,
small child.
it does weigh a ton.
But my helmet was on the on the mirror of the Sinus, and so the helmet took the full impact off the bike. So the helmet is cracked. The cardo fell off the side of the lid. The chin mount for my GoPro exploded and snapped. So we spent nearly 2 hours
Trying to fix it
to
up. Yeah.
cobble something together in the car park at Rikers and get everything back up and running. So yeah, I would have the best of shame for yesterday.
For the whole trip, I think.
Nah, you get it tomorrow for your faffing today.
For the whole 2 minutes. 2 minutes of faffing. 2 hours,
It's
2 minutes.
It's 2 minutes. David Buchholz. Oh yeah, sorry, David. There we go. Because I took the mick out of Buchholz. I was like, it's like an NYPD name, isn't it? I'm Buchholz. It's pronounced Buchholz. So David Buchholz. To all of you Which adventure bike would you recommend that can be lowered for someone with short legs? 30-inch inseam. That's not that short. 30-inch, isn't that? I think I'm a 32 or 34 inseam. Would mainly be road use, not heavy off-roading, i.e. Bruce's style of riding. Cheers. Adventure bike.
I think most of them do it now. The GS do a lowering kit, don't they?
Yeah,
I think a lot
you
of
can
them.
get the GS lowered, you can put a lower seat on
I think KTM do it.
Yeah.
A few Hondas you can get
Triumphs
aftermarket.
do it. You can get a lower Triumph.
Yeah.
I think even the Ducatis, you can get lower Ducatis now.
The only price I'll say is go and try them out. I'm sure the dealers will have a lowered version somewhere in their fleet for you to try.
The dealerships are so used to people coming in and asking that, you know, I've got a short inside leg or vertically challenged, whatever. So
we just tested these V-Strom, the new V-Stroms.
Oh yeah.
Cheapest chips. Well, not cheapest chips, but, you know...
Well, they 10, 11 grand?
Yeah, 11 grand for the top of the range. And that's, you know, more than capable of doing anything that its competitors do. It's a brilliant bike, actually, rock solid. And yeah, it's not really a tall bike. Feels like a tall bike when you're looking at it, but when you're sitting on it, you're completely flat-footed.
Yeah.
You know, Egon, as we all know, is a tiny little short horse, so you can ride it no problem. So there's no issues. Even the Africa Twin. The new Africa Twin is really low on the low seat.
It's too low.
Yeah, it's quite low.
It's too low. The old Africa Twin, I like the Adventure Sport because it was, I think it's 900.
Yeah.
That for me was perfect. Then they made the new Africa Twin and it's too low now. I have to pay, if I get one,
for a higher seat.
It's not, so I'm the other way around.
Yeah.
Get some platforms.
Just get yourself to a dealership and
try.
Just
Try.
ask. Yeah. Cheers, David. Here we go. Pete English.
Here he goes.
Hi guys, hope you're all managing to stay dry on your big little adventure. You all have very loyal supporters, but which one of you has had the most bizarre request on your channel? Was it asking you to review or promote something odd, or was it some form of sexual favour as usual? Oh God, most bizarre
I've had
request.
absolutely nothing.
Have you not?
No, not bizarre. I've been slated a lot, but I haven't had any sort of like bizarre requests apart from please stop.
I had a strange one. It's not exactly a request, but it's through the channel. We sadly attended a funeral of a fellow rider.
Yeah.
And a girl at his funeral hit on me. But I'm like...
Seriously?
Yeah. But you know, I just thought, wow.
What was
whether she was in grief and pissed, I don't know.
What was the request?
I can't say. Not even for this channel. I can't.
Honestly, there's no one listening at all. Nicky. Tell us.
No, well, she just tried it on basically, but no.
Wow. It's just come to me now.
Not bad actually. She was quite all right. That's a joke, obviously.
Except from the angels.
They were really nice, actually.
I've had somebody asking me if I have any old worn kit I could send. I've had that.
No, shut.
Genuinely.
I had it.
Sorry.
You had it as
I
well?
had the same bloke.
Sorry about that.
Saying I'm really sorry for this strange request. I bet you had the same bloke.
Yeah.
It's something I'm going through. I need to work it out.
Wow.
Would you or any of your friends be able to help me out with this? And if you could just send me like your basically
Pants.
Yeah, send me pants, but don't wash them.
Wow.
I nearly sent him my boots because my boots are horrendous. They make me sick.
No.
Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
I forgot about that.
Kind of managed
That
to
was one of
avoid
those
this guy
questions.
there.
That one of those requests. I'm just like comments. I was like, what? That's got to be a piss take, surely. But
Save.
interesting that you've had it. And I think Chop's had it as well. You know,
it's got to be the same person.
I feel left out now. So if anyone's watching, if you want any of my dirty underwear, no, don't.
Matt Jordan, what's your most embarrassing, humiliating moment in your motorcycle lifetime, besides Vegas dropping his beloved VFR?
who's this?
Matt Jordan.
Most embarrassing moment.
Humiliating moment. Humiliating.
I haven't really had any humiliating.
I've had
very embarrassing moments.
I've had some low moments on the bike.
Yeah.
When I did the home run on my trip. I shit myself and vomited at the same time in my leathers whilst wearing my lid.
Wow.
That wasn't a good day.
Was this illness? Had you caught something?
Yeah, I got dengue fever in Indonesia.
I think you should send a kit to that guy.
Yeah.
Still got my letter.
Thank you, Bruce.
But I had to ride full, shall we say. I managed to sort of mop out the lid, but I had to ride with some guests all the way to the motel I found that night in all that, in like 100% humidity,
Wow.
40 odd degrees.
The 100% humidity,
Yeah,
oh my God.
and I literally walked into the room that I got
And cried.
and I stood in the shower in my full kit. I just stood in the shower and got changed in the shower. Probably one of the low points in my life.
That's a good one, definitely.
Or a high point, depending how you look at it.
that user's frantically messaging me now, like, send me.
I see an angle. I don't think, apart from dropping your bike, just riding off with a disc lock, that sort of thing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? When it stops
Not done
dead
that.
and it just falls over. That, not really.
It's not embarrassing if you drop your bike. It's you're wounded if you drop your bike, aren't you? You're like, oh my God, so disheartened. But not
It
embarrassing.
is embarrassing, but I think everyone does it at some point. I tend to do it more than most, but
Well, drop it.
yeah. I think I've dropped every bike I've ever owned.
Have you?
Every bike.
Have you?
I think so, yeah, at some point.
It's like
Not
you
the
said,
CB1000R, I've just
dropping the
dropped that.
cub, dropping the cub
Drop
off the
the
centre
cub.
stand, and you're like,
Yeah, that dropped.
look at that.
I went to one of it, I was just like, well, and the way I figured it was going to fall over at some point, so it might as well be now.
Do that, get it out of the
When
way.
that Sinis, when the Apache
Yeah.
fell over, I was literally, it fell over behind me, and I was literally just stood looking at my I think my bag. No, I was looking at something on the floor that I was away to pick up, and I just heard this bang. Thought, oh, what's
Yeah.
that? I turned around and the bike's lying down. You're just
You
like,
just you shrug your shoulders and go,
Lying down.
oh, good.
well, that's the start.
That's a great start.
Not what I meant to happen.
Your lid's like squashed underneath it.
Oh God, yeah. Jeez, that's 20 past. We've got like
yeah.
20 minutes. Peter Budgeon, who looks the biggest prat on the 125s? Argue amongst yourselves.
Me.
I
I'll
know,
say me.
You've been saying this. You've been saying this, but
But I
don't
just think the back box makes a difference.
Honestly,
I think-
you do not look big on that
No,
bike.
they
It's-
look
it's
like we
crazy
should be
that
on
you
it.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
They really do.
No one does really, because you don't look big on that. Sinis is quite a big bike, I think, so it doesn't look that big. You looked okay on the car.
It's like it's not the
So I'm
kind
trying
of
to
the
pull you
normal,
to-
almost the normal size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like a monkey bike. We'll probably look daft if we're all on monkey bikes. But I don't know.
They've raised some smiles today.
You get used
not
to 'em.
just on us, but
Yeah.
when we've gone through Villa, everyone is grinning
People
and
stopping to have a
smiling.
look at him.
Yeah.
It's been lovely. That has really.
The
That's what I'm
Cubs
saying.
have got so much attention.
Yeah.
haven't they?
That's what I said to
Bizarre.
you. You can't have a bad day on a Super Cup.
No.
If you're in a bad mood, you can't bring that onto that bike. It just, you can't argue with anyone because you will look like the biggest idiot
Yeah.
on the planet trying to kick off being
Yeah.
a big man on a Super Cup. It just doesn't work.
You can't be a
It
hard
turns,
man
it
on the
turns us
Super
all
Cup.
into better people.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm going to smash your face in and coming out with a toffee hammer. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. That's what
ready?
it's like.
That's
Yeah.
proper hardcore, that is.
It's going to take a while, but I'm going to have a go.
Neil Hamilton, do you guys think this adventure is in some ways more of an adventure on smaller bikes, taking into account the obvious limited power and the requirement to pack more creatively with limited space? Presumably, the grim factor is enormous and the piss taking horrendous.
That's brilliant. Brilliant question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We said that today
100%.
so many times. haven't
Yeah, and we've only done, 100 miles today?
we? Yeah.
And we've actually done some
But-
serious-ish off-roading.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's been
fun, isn't it?
it's been such a from
Genuinely, it's
getting
been
up
fun.
this morning to getting back here, I've
Just
laughed
giggled.
nearly
Yeah.
all day long.
At one stage,
all day long.
on that off-roading section, I couldn't even see. My eyes were
Yeah,
just full
you're
of
in
tears.
weren't you? You're in tears
I couldn't even see.
laughing.
You know, when you blink really hard to
Yeah,
try
yeah,
and
yeah.
wick away, and I just could not even see.
Oh man, no
And that's
pressure.
what it's been like all
no
day.
pressure, but you've got a lot to live up to in this episode. This has got to be like the best episode ever.
Yeah.
Each of us is going to try and take ownership of a day. So, like today will be on Rich's channel. Are you going to do tomorrow?
I think I'm doing tomorrow, so don't expect a lot.
So John is going to have. John and I are sort of breaking away from Rich tomorrow because he's not coming with us. But we're breaking away and we're going to be heading to Wales tomorrow. So you're going to do that one, and then
Yeah.
I'll do the next day, and that'll probably do us really.
And then we
Sundays, head home.
just
Yeah,
ad hoc from there.
yeah. So we'll each just do a day. There'll be like three episodes on each across the 3 channels, basically, 1 episode on each. Like the first day, you're going to do one on the cub.
Yeah,
and I'm
I'll
gonna
do sort of
one
like, it's not going to be a major one,
No.
but it'll be a sort of like getting up here.
and I'm going to do like a first ride on the Apache, just to sort of introduce us into.
But if you do come over to my channel, don't expect the quality of these two guys. It's not going to. It's not going to happen.
I genuinely,
Very amateur compared to these two.
I genuinely can't wait to be a viewer of this series.
To see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
I
forward to
really,
seeing
really genuinely mean that as well. I hope it comes across that we are having as much fun as we actually did.
I don't think it will. They can't possibly enjoy it as much as we have. It's just an impossibility. The amount of fun that I've had today
really
should be illegal. It should be illegal. I should have been arrested for something at some point today.
I've genuinely thought to myself today, I need one of these little bikes in my life.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
it's
for the fun side.
Yeah, brilliant fun.
It's therapy.
Brilliant fun.
It's good therapy.
It is,
Small
definitely.
bike.
Next one, Colonel Bullen. For Mr. Fish, on what underground line are you a driver? Only if you want to tell me. I work for the emergency response unit and we often do cab rides and I'm always on the lookout for you to say hi and to finally meet you.
Easy. Northern
Northern
line.
Northern
Down
line.
in London town.
Mind the gap. Go on,
They
say
do,
it.
they do a serious
Say it.
job. I don't say it. It's an automatic
I don't care,
message.
say it.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
the
not,
driver.
I'm not the woman, am I?
Say it.
It's a woman.
Say it.
Mind the gap.
Oh, it's like we're there.
Yeah, the ERU. I mean, you've probably dealt with the ERU with incidents. They're the ones that come and sort of like
BTP
mop
do all that,
everything
don't they?
up.
British Transport Police.
They don't really do a lot.
Yeah, I know they don't do much.
Do you know what they're
like real policemen, but not.
There was a stabbing on the station, and
Bit stabby, London.
yeah, it's a little bit stabby. And this is when I was on stations, and the guy come up, and we had a bit of a row, me and him, because he was trying to jump the barrier, and I sort of like threw him back over the barrier.
Yeah.
Back in the days when you could. And we were on a bit of set to, and then the Met Police turned up, and they said, "Have LAPD got here yet?" And I went, "Who's LAPD?" And I went, "BTP." Because he said they turn up just after everything's been sorted, like in the films.
Yeah. To try and be the tough guys. And
But if you are BTP, we love you. I mean, I'm sort of like,
I've got to say BTP.
I don't know if I did that.
If you ever
Some are good.
if you were ever getting the train into work or home at the end of your shift, and you end up dealing with some crap, any copper that's listening that's had to do this will sympathise. You end up having to deal with like a drunk or somebody that's not bothered buying a ticket or something's happened on the train. Just if BTP meet you at the station and they actually take they take it from you, you're just like, you're just the best person on this planet.
Yeah, I can
Thank you.
let's take this out of my head.
Yeah, so I don't need to deal with this anymore. Yeah, brilliant. God, folks, you are probably really struggling to see us here. I do apologise.
I mean, you're being lit up by your screen. You're fine.
I'm trying to get really close so you can see me. But yeah, you guys are going to struggle, I think, on that camera. Yeah, why don't we put that on and point it at you guys? We put it there and point it at you two.
I'll put it on that. It's a bit bright, isn't it?
How's that? Is that?
That's all right.
Can you see? Is that?
Yeah. That might be better, yeah.
Who's that?
Let's not worry about it. Old Jenny, not Jenny, what's her name? Penny. Penny will be here soon.
Penny on the block.
Penny the
There you
cow.
go. Right. Okay, Gary Whipperman. All right, guys, how you doing? Whose butt hurts the most? I mean, on the bikes, not your hotel romantics.
Okay.
Only asking because I've been to Scotland back on the MSX 125. I rode back in a day.
Wow.
Jesus.
In a day?
Scotland and back on a 125 in a day.
Or rode back in the day.
Even riding back in the day.
Yeah, I mean,
Back
that's.
in a day.
I had an MSX, and that seat's probably less comfortable than that.
Yeah.
So, fair play.
Jeez, good effort, guys.
Yeah.
Jeez. My bum was killing me by the time we got here
Yeah.
yesterday, but today it's been fine.
Yeah, today I've been pretty good, actually.
I've had no discomfort at all. But what we've done today, 100 miles?
Just over
About
100
100
miles, yeah.
So it's not a Scotland run, by a long shot.
We're nearly at half past, boys. We're going to have to batter through. Right, John Broadhurst. Try this one after a few beers. Looking forward. Oh yeah, John's a bin wagon lad. Him and the boys listen to the podcast in the bin wagon. Betty Botter had some butter, but she said, "This butter's bitter. If I bake this bitter butter, it would make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that would make my batter better." So she bought a bit of butter, better than her bitter butter, and she baked it in her batter, and the batter was not bitter. So 'twas better Betty Botter bought a better butter. Enjoy your safe riding.
That's
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank
I'm not
you.
doing that again.
That's amazing.
And that wasn't recording. Can you just...
Yeah, can we do that again? Yeah. I'm so glad I'm not drinking on this one.
Yeah, you'd have been in trouble then.
Yeah. Mike Phillipson, to all. Has Bruce made more of an effort with his wardrobe on this trip, or does he still look like a homeless guy on a pint,
Still homeless.
as recently stated by Mr. Fish? Prick.
Still homeless. But the beauty of this is, if you come to the Peak District, there's plenty of bridges that you can sleep under.
I get a lot of abuse about my biking attire.
Really?
Well, because I only have, I either wear my police leathers that I still have, or like the bottoms. I always wear the same jacket, that icon thing I've got, or I wear those green combat trousers. That
The thing is, if you're comfortable, you're comfortable, aren't you?
It's all I've got.
That's
It's the kit I've got, so I wear it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Gary Taylor. Another one. This picture shows the before and after look of a homeless man. That's the if you look at the post on Patreon, you'll see. It's I look like a vagrant. I've got to admit, I do look like a vagrant. Yeah. Anyway, who's that? Cheers, Gary. Thanks, man. Haggis. If you could travel back in time and change one decision made in your life, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, is it?
Nothing.
Changing anything?
I wouldn't change anything.
What
Not
would
a
be an
single
outfit?
thing.
Did you
Good,
change the thing?
bad, indifferent. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, because it ultimately changed something at this point now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So no, wouldn't change a thing.
Life's got to where it is.
I wouldn't
because of
change a
that.
thing.
Good or bad, and we've all had good things and we've all had bad things in our life. But
Yeah.
That's life.
you
isn't
change
it?
something and the whole thing's rewritten. So
No, I
nothing.
think, I agree with you on that. Yeah, life is what it is, isn't it? You've got to stand by your decisions and make the best of it.
Yeah, just make the best of it.
There you go, Haggis. Right. Oh, second last question. We're nearly on time with this.
Have we nearly completed the questions?
Yeah.
That's
we
got to
have.
be a first as
Yeah,
well.
I think it is.
We've got
Yeah,
the shortest time to do it in, and we've nearly completed the questions.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
She's going to phone early. I'm here.
Yeah.
When I say
Ashley
she,
Wright.
we haven't got a prostitute coming. It's the cab lady taking us to the pub. Just letting you know that.
I've just read Ashley's. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you very much. Ashley Wright. Rich,
Good lad,
isn't it
good
about
lad.
time you hooked Bruce up with some Richa gear? Absolutely.
Yes.
Keeps it all to himself.
Yes.
All of it.
I've got loads. You should have mentioned if you needed some.
Trouble is,
I can't even move in my
I don't
garage
think
for it
yours
all.
is going to fit somehow. I've got about 8 stone I need to lose. Hilarious seeing all three of you on 125, by the way. To all of you, if you
Hold on, can I just emphasise the point? We saw a nice Risha suit the other day that I think will suit you.
Oh, you did.
Elvis
You did.
It's
Elvis.
Elvis. We saw Elvis on the bike. He was wearing
Oh,
a
man.
white Risha suit, and I think Bruce should get that.
Please get that.
It was
Actually, I know.
white.
It was
This suit.
white.
I'm
Yeah.
going to get that suit for you.
Yeah, I think you should. Find out Bruce's
Hey,
size
I've got your suit
and
for you,
get him
mate.
white.
It was-
Get him this white suit.
He was on an immaculately clean Africa twin.
That was a Tenere 700.
Oh, 10 Euro
Yeah.
700, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a rotor
every
pack
extra.
fuel
Yeah.
cell on the back.
And he had an immaculately
Yeah.
white
It was good.
Richa
You
suit,
could see him from
adventure
space.
suit. And an equally stunningly clean white helmet as well. Just like, wow, you've done well. And we were covered in shit
Yeah,
after writing up, weren't
we were finished by that point.
through the rain and everything.
But if you aren't watching this, we love your style.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashley's got a serious question. To all of you, if you could only ride in one country for the rest of your biking career, which country would that be? Spain.
Ooh. Do you know what? After today, England or the UK. I know it's technically not
Yeah.
one country,
Spain.
but
Spain's. Anyone that knows me knows that I love Spain. I love it. But yeah.
UK, UK or the States, because it's got such varied.
Good point.
That is a good
It's
point.
so
You've got 50
varied.
different countries within the one
Yeah,
hand.
good
Yeah.
point. States, yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
no, I'd probably change that to the States just because of the variety.
Yeah. You can
But,
choose
but
what
UK,
kind of riding.
but UK's a close second.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, sheer variety in the
Yeah.
States. You got the
It's
weather.
got everything.
It's
isn't
like
it?
any, too much of a good thing is you just get blasé with it. So
Yeah.
riding in Spain for a week is the best
Yeah.
thing ever. The roads are incredible. The scenery is incredible. All the time,
Yeah.
you get a bit bored.
No,
I think you would.
no. Spain is mint. There's so many places you can go to, but the States trumps that. Oh, pardon.
Oh,
Pardon
don't say
expression,
that.
Sorry. the States beats it because of the sheer size of the place.
Yeah, the variety.
And the variety that's
Yeah.
available over there. Because it literally is, isn't it?
Really,
It's
you could
It's
be
an astonishing
deep
place.
in the desert. You could be back over in Pennsylvania, which is
Yeah.
very much like this anyway.
You can have snow or desert.
Yeah. States, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I think we're all
Yeah, I think
unanimous
so.
then.
Yeah,
States.
States.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that from myself, to be honest. But yeah, good point.
Croydon, a close second.
Croydon. Last question. Jeez, we're going
This
to
is
do this.
brilliant.
We're going to do this. Pete Morris, what is your biggest biking regret?
So that could be taken as a part of a trip or
I suppose so, yeah.
regret.
Biggest biking regret.
I'll jump in. The regret when we did our American tour, we should have gone to. Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. Not Yellowstone, below it.
Yosemite.
El Capitan.
Yosemite.
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. We should have gone to Yosemite, but the weather turned really evil the day before, so we decided not to, and just went up to San Fran instead of
Right,
going
yeah.
inland to Yosemite.
Yeah.
And that was great anyway. But I still regret the fact that we didn't go. The thing, I mean, the weather was terrible. You couldn't see, visibility was zero. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
So we wouldn't have been able to
yeah.
see El Capitan, let
That
alone
does make
photograph
that does
it.
make a difference.
Yeah. So we would have had to have a real bad slog to get there
To
and
see
not
nothing.
see anything. So
Doesn't make sense.
but,
eh?
but we can always change that, can't we? We can always go back and,
Yeah,
and redo
yeah,
it. so.
definitely.
But yeah, that's my regret, not seeing.
Just to let you know, it's really nice. If you watch one of our videos in the early, I've done a video going through
Good,
them.
I'll check it.
But I was in a car, so it doesn't count. Yeah, biggest regret biking. Again, I don't have any.
What about the picking the Harley up instead of the Beamer?
Oh,
Yeah, but that's not a regret. That wasn't my fault.
Yeah,
I didn't make that decision.
yeah,
Decision-wise, biggest regret. Again, it's like I'm here now, and I'm quite chilled with what I've got at this moment. So anything in the past might have changed that.
yeah.
So biggest regret is probably not doing a track day when I had the opportunity. That's about it. That's as exciting as it gets, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know.
For me, it'll be on my world trip. I can't remember. Jeez, it's not Chichen Itza. It's in Peru. That temple that you have to hike to.
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah.
was going to go to Machu Picchu, and
See, this is similar to mine.
yeah. Track day or Machu Picchu. I was dying to go there.
Yeah.
And I needed a new tyre on the bike, and for some idiotic reason in my head, I mean, you're talking 700-mile round trip, out of your way diversion to get to Machu Picchu, but I could have done it. And instead, I rode straight to Lima, the capital,
okay.
to get a new tyre on, because I just
Yeah.
thought, in my head, it was just like, it was an easy way out, and
Yeah.
I was just like, I was focused on getting to the States,
Yeah.
and I wish
you'd done it.
I'd
Yeah,
gone to
that's a
Machu
good
Picchu.
one.
Because in my head, I was thinking, like you said, I can come back, I can fly back here with the missus and
Yeah.
come and see it. Will I ever go to Machu Picchu? Probably not.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think you can anymore. I think it's been shut.
Has
Or
it?
Is it sort of
Oh,
like the
because of this,
heritage?
you mean, or?
No, I think at the moment it's been shut to tourists because the
being ruined.
damage and everything
Yeah.
that was happening. So I think
Oh, let
at
it
the
recover a
moment,
bit.
So
they've
I'll
shut
take, going on that, I will take that back, what I said, and say my biggest regret, actually thinking about it, listening to you two guys, is I didn't have the bottle to solo travel earlier than when I first went to the States. I think I should have done it from a younger age, just plucked up the courage, got on a bike and just gone.
Awesome.
So that's the biggest regret.
Nice one.
But I don't really regret it at the end
Have
of the
we
day.
done this
'Cause we're
almost
here.
2 times?
Yeah.
That's
It's
fantastic.
literally 25 to. We've got about 8 minutes before the taxi turns up. Bosh.
Well,
Let's
how
talk
shall we
amongst
finish it?
ourselves.
Shall we just chat about today and what we've done?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we've spoke about it anyway, haven't we?
Yeah,
during
folks,
this. But
thank you so much for your questions, leaving them over on Patreon. So this little trip, what are we thinking about?
the big little. I am
adventure?
honestly genuinely excited to see this trip.
Yeah.
Today has been one of the best days. I know we always say this, and it's kind of
It's a bit cliche,
any
but
trip you go on, you're like, this is the best
Genuinely
trip
has
I've
been,
been. This
though.
has been the
Yeah.
most fun I've. But we've all said we couldn't have had any more fun
No.
on a different bike.
No.
I think it's been unexpected fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you had your level here, and you think if we get to this level, it's great.
Well, today should have been pissing it down.
Yeah. But we've had the sun all day, and the bikes, we've been on some stupid roads.
If we'd been on bigger bikes, it would have been much faster
Yeah.
and much more leery. But because you can pin those bikes and you're still doing at times 38 miles an hour or less going up a hill.
Well,
and
what's the last pass we went up?
Winnets
Pass.
You were in first gear.
20 miles an hour. I was up there.
Massive queue of traffic.
I had caravans queuing up behind
in
me.
itself is priceless.
I was like,
someone contacted you on Instagram and said, I think you guys have just, three of you have just ridden by me on when it's past.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I know, it's crazy.
Magic. Absolutely
Brilliant.
magic.
Absolutely
It's been.
hitting that with the sunset coming down. It's just
Gorgeous,
magic.
wasn't
It was magic.
Gorgeous. Can't wait to see the vid, man. Cannot wait to see it.
I can't wait to get to work on it. But yeah, brilliant. It's been fantastic. Really fantastic. I'm really G'd up about it. Obviously, seeing you both, well, meeting you for the first time, seeing you again, it's lovely because none of us have been able to do this anyway. But, you know, to be able to have a few beers, have some nice food, and ride bikes laughing.
Yeah.
What better medicine is there than that?
Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Right, folks, that's going to have to do us. This is the shortest podcast yet. If you've liked it this short, let me know. Maybe it's something that we have to do. But yeah, it's been great crack. Boys, I've just enjoyed today. It's been an absolute
I've loved
hoot.
it. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right, folks, if you have not checked out Mr. Fish's channel, make sure you head on over there to YouTube, Chronicles of Mr. Fish. If you've not, for some reason, not checked out Dickie Ennis's check out Dickie Ennis's channel, Richy Vida. It's another pseudonym he goes by.
People will be
coming to a live venue near you soon.
Brilliant. There'll be links if you're checking the show notes down below. If you're watching the vid, there'll be little links.
Or if you type in www.anus.com.
Yeah. You're going to find a whole
But don't do that at
Do
work.
not Google Dickie Ennis, whatever you do. Folks, thanks so much for those of you over in the clan on Patreon for leaving the questions. Again, I keep saying this to you every single time. You folks are the lifeblood of the channel at the moment, and thank you so much for all your support. Folks, don't forget to smash the subscribe button on all the channels. Make sure you give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, leave some comments down below and let me know what you think of the whole podcast series. That'll do us for just now. Folks, keep on doing your thing. Get on out there. Look after those that you love. But most importantly, live your life. Beautiful.
Super. That was absolutely brilliant. That could not have gone any better.